Western Wisconsin's first local news at 4. This is WEAU 13 News at 4.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Maria Blau, filling in for Judy Clark. The Trumpereau County Sheriff's Office has identified the woman killed in a Friday morning crash. Deputies say Jeannie Ferlin from Trumpereau was driving an SUV westbound on Highway 53 when an eastbound truck crossed the center line. The two vehicles crashed in a head-on manner. The truck's driver was taken to the hospital with severe injuries. Ferlin was also taken to the hospital where she later died. A 1-year-old was also in the SUV. They were not hurt. In-person absentee voting for the spring election starts tomorrow in Eau Claire. It's happening in the parking lot of City Hall off of Dewey Street. In addition to voting, city residents can register to vote if needed. In-person absentee voting runs Monday through Friday, ending on March 31st. Hours are 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. The spring election is April 4th. Today, President Biden issued his first veto since taking office. The spring season is finally here, coming with sunshine and seasonable temperatures. Let's get a first check of the forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Darren Meyer. Thanks, Darren. With the start of spring, winter parking is coming to an end in one community. According to the Chippewa Valley Police Department, it's no longer going to enforce winter parking rules. Police say you may park on the streets as normal. All other parking rules remain unchanged. Russian President Vladimir Putin welcomed Chinese President Xi Jinping to the Kremlin to discuss China's proposal for resolving the crisis in Ukraine. This all comes as the U.S. announced today another $350 million in security assistance for Ukraine. Chris Wynn has more from Washington. The U.S. is encouraging Chinese President Xi Jinping to have a phone conversation with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to get his perspective on the conflict. The two have not confirmed any talks. Former President Donald Trump's legal team is asking a judge to toss out evidence against him from a special grand jury in Georgia. It's the time of year we all like to declutter, get rid of junk, and organize our home. Experts say it's also a great time to manage our budget. In this Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator Rachel DePompa identifies the best ways to spring clean your finances. If you hate getting spam text messages, some relief could be on the way. How a federal agency's new rules hope to help. The explosion of spam has the government taking new steps to stop scam text messages. The FCC logging more than 18,000 customer complaints last year. Mike Valerio takes a look at the plan to protect consumers. This may not be all the FCC plans to do to crack down on spam. The agency is also considering applying do not call registry protections to text messages. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at your Skywarn 13 forecast.
We're behind on getting that first 50-degree day of the season by several days now, so we're still kind of antsy for that. I don't have it in the forecast yet, but it'll happen for us eventually.
I mean, I think all of us are just enjoying the 40s at this point. 50's going to be pretty good, though.
And no real big snows or anything in the forecast, which is a nice change.
That's for sure. Thanks, Darren. Yeah. One movie that hasn't been released yet is already getting rave reviews from one Hollywood star. That story next. Want to see a big summer movie before it's even spring? It helps to know the right people. David Daniel has that and more in today's Hollywood Minute. Darren is back with another check of the forecast after this. I think we can now officially say it's spring, and it certainly has felt like it out there today.
It has. You know, I mean, we've had a couple of milder days than today so far this month, but you know what? It's one of those springs that are baby steps. We're not just jumping all in. I know some people are probably wanting us to jump all in, but you know what? That's just the way it is this year, and we'll get there eventually. No big storms at this point.
And that's good news. Thanks, Darren, and thank you for being with us. Our next newscast is at 5.